Hey girls, it's Lacey. I'm applying some new jams today, and so I thought I would make a video to show you the method that I use for application. In my online parties, I always share with you the official application and removal video from Jamberry Home Office. But once you've applied Jamberry nail wraps a few times, you'll start to see that there is a method that works better for you. So today I wanted to share the method that works best for me and my nails. But first I'm going to show you how I prepped my nails. I'm going to show you the tools I'm using, and I'm going to show you what a sheet of Jamberry nails looks like before you cut it up and get it ready to put on. To prep my nails, I used to use alcohol swabs the way that Jamberry recommends, but I personally I tend to have drier skin and hair and nails, and so from putting on Jamberry nail wraps regularly since May, it's the end of October now, my nails were just getting really dried out from just kind of swiping every last bit of moisture off of them with the alcohol swabs. So I stopped using alcohol, and now what I do is I just use Dawn dish soap to get the oil off my nails, and then I have really been loving the Jamberry strengthening base coat. I put it on my nails, it dries really fast, and then it just gives a really nice surface for the wraps to adhere to, and it also gives my nails a little bit of added protection since they tend to be dry and easily damaged. Now guys, lots and lots of people use the alcohol swabs and no base coat, and they have no problem, but I have nails that just tend to get damaged more easily, so I want to offer a little bit more protection for my nails. Okay, so I like the base coat. And now my nails are ready. Now you can see on this hand I've already done 3 nails, just as in an effort to make my video a little bit shorter for you. I'm going to show you my application method on my 2 fingers, my pointer finger and my middle finger, and I'm going to show you the tools that I'm going to be using. Okay, I have a pair of nail scissors. You know, any scissors will work. These are the nail scissors that came in the Jamberry application kit. They're really awesome. I also have my rubber cuticle pusher that came in the Jamberry nail kit. You can also use an orange stick. I just used a regular orange stick, the slanted side of the orange stick, when I did my first Jamacure with my hair dryer. I didn't have my app kit yet. I just used an orange stick and a hair dryer, and that was fine. But I really love my rubber cuticle pusher. It works even better. Also, I have a nail file. Any nail file will work. Just make sure you get one that's not old and worn out, because you want to be able to file that excess wrap off really quickly. And then I have this little plastic sandwich baggie. This is an important part of me getting a really good seal to my nails, so I'll show you how I use that in just a minute. And of course, I have my Jamberry mini heater. This heater is on right now. It's super quiet. Also, it is super small. This is my iPhone. It's an iPhone 5, and it's about the same size as my heater. So the heater is really tiny and cute and purple, and it is really easy to stick somewhere for storage or to pack into a bag if you want to travel with it or whatever. So I really love my mini heater. But like I said, my first time that I put on a sheet of jams, I used my hair dryer, an orange stick, and a pair of craft scissors. So it's really easy. You can do it a lot of different ways. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing today. This is what a sheet of Jamberry nail wraps looks like when it comes in the mail. It will come like this. You have 2 rows. Okay, the top row is identical to the bottom row. They start small and they go all the way up to the biggest size that you might use on like a big toe. And they have all these sizes in between so that you can find a size that fits perfectly on your fingernail. You do want to err on the small side, okay? One of the biggest mistakes that I see people making is that they try to put a wrap on their nail that is too big. Guys, usually when I have my nails on all the way and I get a really good application, a really good seal, you will be able to see a tiny sliver of nail that is showing between the edge of the wrap and my skin. I get a really good seal to my nail that way, and they last a long time. It's not noticeable at all. However, if you get a wrap that's big enough where it is touching your skin even a little bit or touching your cuticle a little bit, you're going to end up with lifting or maybe bubbling. It's not going to lay flat, it's not going to look good, and it's not going to last long, okay? So go small. The wraps are on a clear backing, so you can put it right over your finger and you'll be able to see which wrap is going to fit your fingernail the best, okay? You want it as close to the right size as you can get without touching your skin. All right, now once I know which sizes I'm going to use, I go ahead and I cut the sheet in half, okay, and I'll save 1/2 sheet for later, or give it to someone, or trade it with someone who, who maybe we're going to share some sheets or something. And then I have the bottom sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it up. Now this is what it looks like after it's been cut up and prepared, all right? These are the wraps that I'm going to use on my left hand, and these are the wraps that are ready for my right hand. Now, I don't go in order. My fingernails go, the smallest size is going to go on my pinky finger, and then the next smallest size goes on my pointer finger, and then ring finger, and then middle finger, and then thumb. So what was happening was I was putting the wrong wrap, kind of getting confused and putting the wrong wrap on my fingers, and it was very frustrating. So now I take them, I cut them, get them ready, and then I lay them out in order: thumb, pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. That way they're already there, they're in order, and I'm not going to get the wrong wrap on the wrong finger. So that's just how I get ready to put the wraps on, and now I'm ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and put this wrap on my middle finger. Now, a lot of times, guys, when other application videos, you will see people peeling the wrap off of the backing with a pair of tweezers or with an orange stick, and that is so that they don't get their finger oils on the adhesive to the wrap. Now, I always cut my wrap long enough that I can just peel it off with my finger, as long as I only touch the top of it, okay? I'm not going to touch the bottom part, because the bottom part is going to be adhering to my nail. All right, I don't want to get my finger oils on that part. But if I hang on to the top up here, that's the part I'm going to just cut off anyway, so it's no big deal for me to hold on to that. I'm going to cut it off and file it off, and it will not cause a problem with getting a good seal. Just make sure you don't touch the part that you're going to stick to your nail, okay? All right, so I go ahead and use my cuticle pusher just to push my cuticles back one more time. I've already done that, but I'm going to do it one more time, and then I'm just going to lay. You notice I haven't warmed this up at all, okay? It is still cold, it is still flat. I'm going to go ahead and lay it on my fingernail. The reason for that is I am a person who does not have a very good eye when I'm trying to figure out what is straight, okay? That already doesn't look straight. But I go ahead and lay it on there cold, because if it's cold, I can look at it and sort of pick it up and move it if I need to, just to get it exactly where I want it to be before I heat it. If you have a good eye for what's straight, you can go ahead and heat it up first and lay it on your nail and then seal it down, but I don't. So this is what I do. I've got it on there, and now I'm going to heat it up until it starts to curl a little bit. That's how I know it's ready. It's curling up, and then I start from the middle, and I just push it down this way, all the way down on my nail, and then I start from the middle again and push down the other side. All right, once it's all laying nice and flat on my nail, I'm going to put a lot of pressure on there, rub back and forth with my finger, make sure it's really sealed on there, and then you can see I have a lot of extra on there. All right, I don't want all that extra on there. I'm going to leave a little tiny bit of extra on the top, but I'm going to go ahead and cut some of that off, okay, just so it's not flapping around and getting in my way. Now I have just a little bit of extra there, and this is where the baggie comes in, okay? I want to heat that wrap up one more time, and I want to get a really good seal. So I'm going to take this plastic baggie, I'm going to wrap it around my nail really tight, okay? Really, really tight, and then I'm going to heat it one more time. The baggie helps the heat to distribute really evenly across the wrap, and it's also a way to get heat and pressure on your wrap at the same time. I hold it there for just a minute, let it cool off a little bit, and then I take the bag off. And now you can see that the extra wrap is now hugging my finger. It's pushed over, and it's stuck to the tip of my finger, and now I can see exactly where the edge of my fingernail is, which is going to be important later when I'm filing. I'll be able to see exactly where to file. Alright, so that's one wrap. I'm going to do the same thing with my pointer finger here. Just peel it off, be really careful not to touch the part that's going to be on my nail. Hang on to the tip of it like that. I'm going to use my rubber cuticle pusher to just push my cuticles back one more time. I don't want any part of the wrap touching my skin. And then I'm just going to lay this wrap there very lightly and take a look at it to see if it's straight. And actually, I think I may have gotten it straight that time. Miracles do happen. It's completely cold, just kind of laying lightly on my fingernail. Now that it's straight, I'm going to heat it up until it starts to curl and sort of get floppy. I don't know if you can see how it's curling, but then I'll start at the middle and push down one side, start at the middle and push down the other side, and then use a lot of pressure back and forth to make sure it's really sealed down, okay? Sometimes I use my finger, sometimes I go back and use that rubber cuticle pusher a little bit more. And then all of that flappy part at the end, get some of that out of the way. And then I'm going to use this bag just to wrap the little bit of excess wrap around the tip of my nail there and heat it up one more time. Some really good pressure on there. It gets hot really quickly under that bag, so be careful, don't burn yourself. Wait until it cools a little bit. Take that bag off, and I like to go over it one more time with that rubber cuticle pusher. Alright, now, here are a couple important tips, alright? The reason I went ahead and did 3 of my nails first is because I wanted to make sure they were completely cool so that I could show you filing. You do not want to file your nail wraps unless they are completely cool. Some people even suggest waiting 10 or 15 minutes so that they are like stiff. You don't want them to be soft. You don't want that adhesive to still be sticky. You want it to be cool and hardened, okay? If you file too quickly, you might notice that your wrap is not coming off as easily as you'd like it to. You might see some edges that are starting to fray or looking jagged and rough. You want a nice clean edge, okay? So these 2 nails that I just did, I'm going to let those cool for a while. These ones have been ready for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and file. Now, this is important about filing, okay? You do not want to go up and down. If you go up and down, you're going to get a jagged, frayed edge. It's going to be rough, all right? It's going to snag on things and be terrible. You don't want to go back and forth either, same reason. You want to start at the top and just go down, okay? Then go back up, go down again. You're just going to go down and down until you see the wrap separating. And once it's cool, if you have a good file, it will do that pretty quickly. I always have trouble getting the edge of my nail because I keep my nails kind of short. But once you've got it filed off, you should be able to just pick up that wrap off your finger and you'll have a nice clean edge there, okay? So again, you just go down, down, down. Do not go back and forth or up and down, okay? It'll give you a nice clean edge and a good seal, all right? For a manicure that's going to last for a long time. Okay, peel off the extra, and there you go. All right, these 2, of course, I'm going to wait a little bit longer until they're completely cool. But that is how I do my Jamberry. And I get about 10 days, 10 or 11 days to a set of wraps before I'm ready to take them off. Sometimes it's because the tips are wearing a little bit. Sometimes it's because I'm tired of them and I want to put on something new. But I get a really good seal with this method. So I hope that helps you. As always, if you have any questions about your application, you can feel free to message me on Facebook or send me an email, and I'm happy to help. Thanks for watching.